Is this the best mid-range gaming laptop from HP? Let's review HP OMEN 16 2025. Hello everyone and welcome back to Binosha Tech channel. I'm Amin Khaliqi and today I'm reviewing HP OMEN 16 2025 with the newest RTX 5060 GPU and the powerful AMD Ryzen 9 8945HX processor. Is this the mid-range powerhouse you are waiting for? Let's find out. So let's start the review with the body and chassis design. And let me tell you, HP finally listened. The OMEN 16 has received a much needed design overhaul. And I absolutely love it. We are looking at a sleek, stealthy design that feels incredibly premium. The OMEN typing on the lid is a nice subtle touch, adding to that sophisticated gamer aesthetic. Build quality is solid, no creaks or flakes to be found, which is exactly what you want in a laptop that's going to taking some serious gaming abuse. The keyboard feels great to type on. I mean, with long typing sessions, I was okay with this keyboard and I didn't have any problem with it. And I really love the layout here. I mean, you have full-size keyboard with numpad and everything is at its place. I really loved using this keyboard and I didn't have any problem with it. But I should say, as a gaming laptop, you may want RGB backlighting and this model right here doesn't have it. But you can configure RGB lighting on the HP website. As for the trackpad, I can say the trackpad is plastic, but it feels great and it works great. I didn't have any problem with it, but it is a little bit small for me. I mean, they could have made it a little bit bigger, but the size is okay too. As for the ports, I like them and I hate them. There is love and hate on the port selection. Why? Because the port positioning is just perfect. You will get 3 USB ports on 3 sides. I mean, on the back we have one at 10 gigabits. On the sides we have 2 USB type A ports at 5 gigabit per second, which is great. But the only downside is this laptop only has one USB Type-C port. I mean, seriously? All of my accessories are using USB Type-C cables and ports. And you are giving me a laptop that only has one USB Type-C? That's not acceptable in my opinion. I can't use a laptop with only one USB Type-C port. I mean, my external drives are supporting Type-C. My monitor is DisplayPort with Type-C. And everything else I have is either USB Type-A or Type-C, but mostly USB Type-C. And having only one Type-C on a gaming laptop at this price is not acceptable, at least for me. I mean, this laptop is around 15 to 1700 bucks based on the configuration you're buying, and it is just not acceptable for me. Other ports are HDMI 2.1 on the back and RJ45 on the back with 1 gigabit per second speed, and the charging ports on the back, which is great. Why I am insisting the ports on the back? Because all the big ports and chunky ports are placed on the back, which is great. I mean, this keeps your side desk clean and clutter-free, which is fantastic for a gaming setup. In this section, I will give this laptop an 8 out of 10. I mean, everything about this laptop was perfect, but the lack of USB Type-C is not acceptable. Only one, really? Also, as you can see, the hinge is okay, not perfect, but it is okay, and I think it can last long easily. Okay, let's talk about the display. Thankfully, HP absolutely nailed it here. We finally have a proper 2.5K 240Hz IPS panel at a 16:10 aspect ratio. This is fantastic for a display for both gaming and content creation. the colors pop, the refresh rate is buttery smooth, and the 16:10 aspect ratio gives you more vertical screen real estate, which is always a plus. With 100% sRGB color coverage, your games and creative projects will look vibrant and accurate. Big thumbs up for the screen. But I should say the screen width on this screen was a little bit too much, but most people don't notice that, so I will give it a 9 out of 10. And if you want to buy this laptop, check for the links in the description below so you can find this laptop on our Amazon affiliate links. Now, for the heart of the matter, performance. This HP OMEN 16 2025 is the real powerhouse for a mid-range laptop. I mean, we have AMD Ryzen 9 8945HX processor with 16 high-performance AMD cores along with NVIDIA RTX 5060 at 150 watts. I should also mention that this laptop will come with RTX 5070 GPU too, and I think there is another model with Ryzen 7 and RTX 5052. Which is great. You can buy this exact laptop at lower price or higher price for better performance or better value, which is great. The RTX 5060 with 8 GB of VRAM and 115 watts of TGP, I can say is a great competitor to last year RTX 4060 and 4070 in this laptop. It almost outperforming last gen RTX 4060. You'll be chewing through demanding AAA titles at high setting with excellent frame rates and help of fake frames. Unfortunately, our unit came with 16 GB of RAM, which is decent for most gamers. However, if you're a serious multitasker or content creator, you'll be happy to know that you can upgrade this beast all the way to a massive 96 GB. I'd say the sweet spot for most users would be 32 GB or 64 GB for future-proofing and a smoother performance in more demanding applications. And how about the heat management? I was genuinely impressed. Even during intense gaming sessions, the fan noise was acceptable and I didn't experience any uncomfortable thermal throttling. HP has done a great job with the cooling system on this redesigned chassis. And I should say, the new Unleashed mode in this laptop can easily make your laptop perform better, which is great. As for the benchmarks, we tested Cinebench R23 in this laptop, and in that test we got more than 28,000 scores, which is great. I mean, this is one of the best value CPUs in the laptop market right now, and I was happy and genuinely impressed with the result. We also tested Cinebench 2024 and we got 111 scores for the single core and more than 1300 score for the multi-core. I think we could get better results, but it is okay, not that great. We could get more than 1400. I was expecting better results based on the Cinebench R23, but here are the results. And we couldn't test the GPU with Cinebench 2024 because Cinebench 2024 is not updated to support RTX 50 series GPUs. We also tested Geekbench, which is not an optimized test for AMD CPUs, but we got almost 11,000 scores in multi-core. We also tested Time Spy to see how well it can perform in 3D applications and games. We got more than 11,500 scores, which is great. And I mean, this is around 4060 scores or even 4070 at lower TGP, which is great. And if you consider using multi-frame generation, this CPU can easily outperform RTX 4070 in any laptop. And because of that, I think you'll be happier by going for 5060 over 4070. We also tested 3D Mark in DLSS, and we got 3 frames in 4K gaming, and these 3 frames with the help of AI generates 62 more frames. I mean 60 frames per second in DLSS 4, which is great, and you can get acceptable results, more than acceptable, but with some artifacts in some games. And at least your game can run in this laptop, and because of multi-frame generation. I know some people hate fake frames. I don't like them either, but if you want a AAA title and you don't care about latency, you can use DLSS 4. I mean, it generates 62 frames, which is great. You can't get it on 40 series GPUs, which is odd. I mean, 4080 or 4090 should support this feature, but they don't. We also tested Blender benchmark and we got more than 3500 scores, almost 3600, which is great and it is good for this GPU. We also tested Adobe applications in this laptop. I did run into a bit of a sang when working in Adobe Premiere Pro. I encountered multiple errors during video rendering, which was a bit frustrating. It's possible this was due to the 16GB of RAM being a bit limiting for heavy video editing, but I haven't seen similar issues on other laptops with 16GB of RAM. I mean, in Adobe Premiere, we got 9 minutes and 8 seconds, and this is not what I expect for a 5060 laptop, and it shouldn't be like that. And I tried multiple times. I updated my Adobe Premiere to the latest version and nothing worked. And at least we got the numbers because we ran into too much errors and it was frustrating. We also tested Adobe After Effects, which was okay for in this laptop, and we didn't have any problem rendering a file, and we got 6 minutes and 10 seconds. As for the SSD speeds, we got more than 7.2 gigabytes on the read and almost 6 gigabytes for the write, which is good for a mid-range laptop. As for the gaming, we tested some games in this laptop like Cyberpunk 2077 in 6 different scenarios, and in all different scenarios I can say the performance wasn't on top, but you can play this game, and with the help of DLSS you can get more than 60 FPS, which is good. At first we got some problems in Cyberpunk, but after some tweaking and retesting we got proper frame rates, more than 60 FPS, which is good. We also tested Rainbow Six Siege in 5 different scenarios: Ultra Plus, High, Low, Low, FHD Plus, and Ultra Plus FHD Plus. And in all different scenarios we got acceptable frame rates, and I can say good frame rates, and this laptop can easily perform as you expected in eSport titles. I should say that Rainbow Six Siege was tested on the newest Rainbow Six Siege X update, which is a little bit heavier on the benchmark if you are comparing this laptop to older laptops. We also tested Fragpunk in this laptop in 4 different scenarios, and as you can see on the screen, the performance was top notch and it is performing well enough for this laptop at this price range, and I was happy with it. We also tested Red Dead Redemption 2, which kinda happier with AMD hardware, and as you can see on the screen, the performance was good. We also tested Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Wukong in benchmarks, and as you can see on the screen, the performance was great, especially in 2.5K resolution. I can say you can play these games without a problem. We also tested Marvel Rivals, which is a popular eSport title, and I was impressed with the results. I mean, more than 200 FPS on 2K and also low preset is just perfect. I mean, it is good. We also tested Call of Duty Warzone in 2 different scenarios and the performance was good. In this section, I can say I was happy with the results, and the heat management was great and everything about it was okay. I didn't run into any problem and I can give it a 9 out of 10 score. Okay, let's talk about speakers, webcam, and battery life. As for the speakers, I can say the speakers were decent. They are not the best, but they are good enough. If you want to watch movies, YouTube videos, or play some casual games, it is okay. But anything more than that, you need external speakers or headphones. So this is the webcam quality of HP OMEN 16 2025. What do you think about it? I think they need to work on the exposure, but it is okay and It is okay for meetings, let's be honest. And I like the fact that it has a privacy shutter. What do you think about it? Tell us in the comments below. As for the battery life, it's pretty much what you'd expect from a powerful gaming laptop. The Ryzen 9 8945HX is a power-hungry CPU, so I couldn't constantly get more than 5 hours of battery life on a single charge. This is normal for this class of device, so just be prepared to stay plugged in during extended use for gaming sessions. I can say this laptop is not that portable. With 2.4 kilograms of weight, it is on the heavier side, and with the included charger, it can go up to 3.1 kilograms, which is not that much for this kind of laptop. But as I said, because of the battery life, you have to bring your charger everywhere you go because you can't get more than 5 hours of battery life. So what's the verdict on the HP OMEN 16 2025? Honestly, I really like this laptop. The new design is a breath of fresh air, the display is gorgeous, and the performance with the Ryzen 9 and RTX 5060 is outstanding for a mid-range offering. The thermal management is solid and the keyboard and trackpad are great. My one, and I mean one, significant gripe is that single USB Type-C port. In an era where USB Type-C is becoming the universal standard for connectivity, having just one is a major limitation for me. Maybe it's not a deal breaker for everyone, but it is something you'll definitely need to consider based on your workflow and accessories. If you can live with that single USB-C port, then the HP OMEN 16 2025 is an incredibly compelling option for a mid-range gaming laptop this year. It offers a fantastic experience and a premium feel. I can give this laptop an 8 out of 10 score. I really enjoyed using it, but the single USB Type-C port is letting me down. So, what do you think about HP OMEN 16 2025? I was really enjoyed using this laptop. What do you think about it? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.